Okay, everyone. So now we did our preliminary first layer. You can see the page, the white paper through your coloring. You might not see it as much in some edges, okay? And as you were layering that red layer, you should now see like darker red over here and like a lighter, warmer red over here, darker over here. And you should start to see different types of reds show up at this point. So now all we're going to be doing is using our colored pencils to color heavier, but still try to stay in that dark color family over here or the light color family over here, so on and so forth. So just take your colored pencil and like here is a perfect bright red. So I'm going to take my perfect red and I'm going to press harder in that area, but I'm looking to make sure the reds match. Or you don't have to be, perfectionist here. We're getting in the fam. And you want it to be a lot darker. I'm going to go into the darker red now. It should start to show up darker red because of your undertone of green. But now it's showing up a brighter red as I press harder. So I'm going to pop in with a little bit of green. And it's going to look green. And then I'm going to put the red on top to get rid of the green and to just make a darker color. Needs to blend more here, like a dark into the pretty red. So I'm going to add a little green just in that area to blend it out. The color is not dark enough, so that's where I'm going to go in with the brown, or more specifically, dark brown. So here I was playing with different colors, layering them as I'm pressing harder to create the color I need. Now in this area here, it's streaks of yellow, streaks of red, and streaks of dark red. And I'm just going to roughly look, and I'm going to put a darker streak of yellow, lighter streak. This streak is pretty light, so I'm barely putting any red on it. This one's pretty like reddish. So I'm going to really cover it with the red to blend it through a little more. I also notice a little bit of white over here. So I'm going to press really hard with my white so it creates a little bit of a shine. Now the shine spot that we have, I'm noticing the shape is a little off. You can live with the off shape or you can adjust it. I'm also going to layer some white on here and press pretty hard. And then I'm going to fade some red into this area, just like what I see in the picture. So it blends into that shine area a little more. And now I'm going to add the nice, pure, pretty red that I see. There are some flecks. You can take your white and you can really press really hard to create them. But that is such a minor detail, you don't need to feel like you need to do that. I'm not. I'd rather you worry about blending in the right colors than getting those teeny little flecks. There's a little bit of a shadowy thing here, so I'm going to add in very, very, very lightly a little bit of green. Remember, you're pressing harder with the red than you did the other day. I forgot I needed some dark streaks up here as I'm checking things out. And a little bit of shadow. So I'm going to blend out a shadow over here on that edge. And then I'm going to add in a streak. It looks really dark. It doesn't look reddish like it should in real life. So that's when you're going to layer the red on top. The dark colored pencil is going to show through the light red color and give you the shadow. Still have that red look. I'm going to press medium here because you see the shine. When I press medium, that means I'm allowing a little bit of room to put white on top. When you press and burnish really hard, if I added white here, it would barely do anything. But if I press like a medium level over here and I add the white on top, the white will show through a lot easier as opposed to here. So when I add the white, it lightens the color, but also shows up more like a highlighty thing. Now this is where that yellow is. You do want the yellow to show through, so you're going to press gingerly just to feel out what happens. I'm going to add little spots because that's kind of what I see. But you want the spots to blend out. Don't do like polka dots. And then I'm going to try to fill in between the yellow. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm just eyeballing it and getting close to it because you do want the red to show. And the last thing is we're going to do this back area. I'm going to put a smidge of red because I can kind of see it very lightly. And then I'm going to shade with the form to give it a little bit more of a shine area. There's a pure red, so I'm going to stick to the pure red here. Shading in two directions to smooth it out. There is a darker area. I'm going to use my green to make it more of a subtle. Thing going on. Add a little streaks to blend it. Put the red on top so the green doesn't actually show through. And then I'm going to put the white in. And I'm going to shade with the form in this way. So then the streaks, if they move around, if the color pencil moves around, it makes it look more natural. And that's all we're going to do for today. Just that half. We'll talk about the other half tomorrow, and then we'll be done.